Welcome to another video on the channel, and I've not chosen the best place to start because I'm out of breath and climbing one of the steepest hills around. But today, to make up for missing Top Tube Tuesday this week, I'm taking you with me down to Lyme Regis for a visit to the seaside on my birthday. Roll the intro. Cycling into Dorset, and hill 1 is done. Time for a bit of a descent. It's a blockhead wind the whole way down to Lyme Regis today, but that's the way you want it, isn't it? And then you have a tailwind the whole way home. I've done that thing again. I'm holding the camera in the right hand and all my gears are on the right hand side of my bike. Right, like I said, any subs that were expecting a Top Tube Tuesday this week, I apologise that I didn't get one out. Really slammed at work now. It's beginning to pick up, and this week I had to give it a miss, but we're back out today. I thought this was going to be a tiny bit of protection from the wind in these trees, but it's still funneling straight down the road. The tarmac is beautiful though, and we've just crossed from South Somerset into Dorset. We also go through East Devon on this ride and finish up at Lyme Bay, which is in Somerset. So for what is only a 20-mile route down to the beach, we end up going through a few counties. On the bike front, I've got the 700C Hunt gravel wheels on today with 35mm Schwalbe G1 tyres, which tends to be my go-to wheel set at the moment, especially if I'm predominantly riding by myself and on road. They gave up barely anything last Sunday in the group ride. So if you looked at the route profile of this route, it virtually looks like a mountain, because you climb from Crewkerne for miles and miles and miles all the way up to the highest point, and then you descend all the way down to the coast. So unlike some of the other routes I've got in Dorset, which are real sort of shark teeth profiles, this one is more of a long continuous effort, followed by a pretty rad descent down into Lyme Regis, which hopefully will be sunny and beautiful, and I can have a birthday ice cream, but let's see. Yeah, I've got some new shoes as well. I didn't get them for my birthday. They were a bit of an early present to myself, as my road shoes were looking a bit tired. And I was getting real issues with my Specialized Recon off-road shoes and the SPD pedals. Kind of a metal on metal squeaking noise that was driving me up the wall. And I'd replaced the cleats and it was still coming back, so I've decided to save the SPD setup for the 650B wheels. And if I'm riding 700s, I go with the road setup. So I bought these Sopless shoes, double boa, absolutely beautiful bit of kit. But importantly for me, they fit me well because they've got plenty of room in the toe box, which is where I traditionally sort of suffer with certainly the Italian brands. So these are a really good fit. Just starting to sneak the occasional peak of a nice view now, so the climbing is starting to back off and it all becomes worth it when you get to see the lovely views of Dorset. It's pretty windy though. Definitely made a right choice with the wheels. So somewhere around here behind me is Pilston Pen, which is the highest point in Dorset. So we've come out of Somerset, we've basically climbed up to adjacent to the highest point in Dorset. We'll probably cross into the East Devon border shortly, then back into Somerset down to Lyme, and it's downhill pretty much the whole way from here, I think. It's one of my favourite parts of the ride, this, where you just go through this forested area and not just because it's out the wind. It's just so picturesque after the open expanse of looking out over Dorset and Somerset. It also tells me, I mean, it's only a very slight gradient here, but it really flattens out after this for a couple of miles, and then we're down into Lyme Bay. Right, we are genuinely almost there. I still haven't really had much descending as of yet. The GPS is saying I'm still 200 meters above sea level, and we're now only about a mile away from the beach, so it's a hell of a descent. We'll hopefully catch it on camera, hey? Doing much pedalling because I've run out of gears at 30 mile an hour. I'm just a spinning hamster. Pubs reopen here in the UK tomorrow, and I've already gone past a couple with big deliveries of beer barrels and kegs, casks. I wonder how much of it will be left after the weekend. I don't know. I wonder if people will be quite sensible actually, and maybe the pubs won't be completely rammed, but I hope they're busy enough to make it worthwhile for them opening and getting back on their feet, and not so busy that we get localised spikes and more lockdowns, but only time will tell. Almost on the last descent down the high street and then into or onto the beach itself, and here we go. We've got another sign for Dorset coming up. Somerset, Dorset, Devon, Dorset. That's what I've done. What a ride and what a destination. Just look at it. Unbelievable day to be down here. Right, I'm going to head round to the other end of the beach and I'll take you with me. Let's have a cycle along the promenade on this rather spectacular British summer day. What I didn't show you there was stopping, meeting up with my wife and daughter and having a couple of chip butties between us, because you wouldn't have found that very interesting, but it's happened anyway. And it was very tempting to load the bike onto the top of the car and get a lift home, but I've probably earned the tailwind home, and it's a nice day to ride a bike, so why not make the most of it. Hopefully you found that relatively enjoyable, something a bit different to the usual sort of more specific review based videos I do. If you liked it, please do like it, comment, and please do subscribe if you've enjoyed the content. Cheers.